Operational decisions are critical to the business processes and systems that run your business day to day. Operational decisions occur everywhere. For instance, your website has to decide what content to display to a visitor or to a member who's returning. Your staff in your branches and your stores have to decide how to interact with customers, perhaps pricing loans or approving insurance or just making a loyalty offer. People working in the field, like your claims adjusters and others, have to make complex decisions about whether this is or is not a valid claim and how much should be paid. You have to decide if this transaction is a fraudulent one. You have to decide if this person is who they say they are. And you have to decide fast enough that you can prevent those transactions from making it into your systems. Even your IVR system has to make decisions. It has to decide what menus to play when people call in. All of these are operational decisions, and they're critical to how your business processes, how your systems operate. Now, it can be easy to dismiss these operational decisions, to say, if I compare the value of an operational decision to the value of a tactical, or even better yet, a strategic decision that my organization makes, the value of that operational decision is quite limited. If I show them as circles, as I've done here, you can see that the operational decision has a far smaller impact. In fact, if I drew it to scale, it would be even smaller. It would be very small relative to the typical impact of, say, a strategic decision. But in fact, operational decisions scale. You make enormous numbers of these operational decisions, tens of thousands, millions perhaps of these decisions. And that means that any improvement in those decisions ripples through your organization and scales up for a massive total impact. And this is the basis for decision management, this idea that these decisions matter and can and should be managed. So part one of the training is all about decision management. It's about how decision management takes control of and manages and improves these operational decisions, how it applies business rules and advanced analytic technology to do so, automating these decisions as decision services in a service-oriented architecture. These decision management systems are designed to complement the existing decision support environments that you have for supporting tactical and strategic decisions. And they result in more agile, more analytic, real-time processes and systems that can respond effectively in real time to your customers, your partners, your suppliers, and your whole extended enterprise. The class covers the three core steps of decision management: decision discovery, how do you identify and model these decisions; decision services, how do you in fact combine these different technologies and use them to build decision services; and decision analysis, how do you close the loop on these decisions. Now, the sort of critical element to all of this is the decision, and so it's worth noting that we're talking here about decisions that are firstly highly repeatable decisions. We make them over and over again. They're automatable. We can apply technology to make all or part of this decision some or all of the time. They're non-trivial. There are regulations, policies, analyses that we should do to make a good decision. And they're decisions we understand well enough to see how they're going to make a difference to our business. Their impact is measurable. We want to improve these decisions because we can see how that's going to improve our business. And when we find decisions like this, it's important that we can build models of them so that we deeply understand them and we can automate them effectively. So part two is all about decision modeling. How do you build a decision model like this example? How do you build a model that will show you not only what the decision is, but what input data is required to make that decision effectively, what knowledge, what know-how acts as an authority for the decision, so you can say clearly how the decision should be made, and what dependent decisions are there. How can we break down this decision making into ever more granular pieces and so come up with an accurate specification of our decision making in a model format. Now, we've applied decision management and decision modeling with lots of clients and helped many organizations become successful. And some examples would be an organization we helped increase its success with predictive analytics, helping them identify where they could apply predictive analytics and helping make sure that the analytics that got built were accurately deployed by understanding the decisions that they were being deployed to. A call center environment where we helped streamline the processes, increase the rate of straight-through processing, reduce the degree of difficulty in interaction with customers by clearly identifying and then automating the decisions that mattered to those processes. An organization focused on next best action, where they took 140 million customer interactions every month and wanted to decide how and what offer action to take with each of those customer interactions to maximize the long-term value of that customer. And most recently, a project working to help focus the design of dashboards, not on data presentation, but on being action-oriented, on focusing on the decisions that needed to be made by the people using the dashboard so they can make good decisions and move their process forward. I'm your instructor for these classes. I'm James Taylor. I'm the CEO of Decision Management Solutions, and I've been doing this for a long time, over 11 years now, helping people adopt decision management and decision management technologies. I'm an IBM champion and a SaaS Alliance ambassador, as well as working with a number of other leading vendors in the space. I'm a faculty member of the International Institute for Analytics and the editorial director for bpminstitute.org's decision management section. I've written a couple of books on decision management, and I publish a number of research papers around decision management and decision management technology. We've had a lot of people through our classes, online and in person, and generally we get very favorable responses from people. So here are some examples of things people have said about the class, about my teaching style, to give you a flavor for how it might be.